Recently, I've noticed an influx in hairstylists that I follow have just overnight become Monat reps. Like one day their page is completely normal and they're using pretty standard salon brands, and then all of a sudden they're slinging Monat like it's the home shopping network. I can understand sort of from a salon suite owner perspective on how that would be beneficial to use that model, something that has less overhead. You don't need to keep a stock of product in-house. I can see the appeal to that. Don't get me wrong. I've even heard a few educators discuss Monat specifically in trainings as far as like affiliate models as alternatives to traditional retail programs. And again, I get an affiliate model, but there's something about it being Monat specifically that is just irking me and pissing me off to no end. So I want to take a moment with you today to share why, in my opinion, this is a flawed and completely unethical system to bring into the salon space. And honestly, if your stylist is peddling this stuff, you might want to just run. So I guess we'll start the top of this video with what is multi-level marketing and who the fuck is Monat. Multi-level marketing, otherwise known as MLM or network marketing, you might even hear it as direct sales marketing, is a business model where independent representatives sell products directly to consumers and earn commissions by either selling product or recruiting people under their team, creating a downline. And while these models are legal if they focus on retail sales, a lot of MLMs actually operate akin to a traditional pyramid scheme, which is where basically they just put recruitment before the product sales. So Monat, short for Modern Nature, is a multi-level marketing company that is based in Miami, Florida. They started in 2014 and primarily they were a hair care brand, but over the years, as they've expanded, they've started peddling skincare as well as wellness products. I know they offer supplements now. Monat's primary claims are that they have clean products. They are Leaping Bunny certified, which means they're cruelty-free, and the company prides itself on its use of clean ingredients that meet the European standard. And for those of you who don't know what that is, it's basically like this long list of ingredients that companies are not allowed to put in like hair care, skincare, beauty products, cosmetics, anything like that. And there's things on there that are like they should be in there. They're typically used as like filler products and stuff, or as filler ingredients, but there's also things in there that it's like, come on, did that really need to be on the list? Like, that's common sense, don't put that in there. So it's like, take that with a grain of salt, in my opinion. I don't really think that that really holds a lot of credence in the grand scheme of things, that they hold themselves to the European standard. Key mentions with their ingredients are like botanicals, essential oils, natural, low tox, vegan, and cruelty-free formulas. All right, that sounds all fine and dandy, right? So like, what's the big deal? Wow, Monat is first and foremost an MLM, which means the primary way that most people make money through the company is by recruiting a downline and recruiting a team. Per their 2024 income disclosure statement, 94.27% of active market partners at the lowest rank, which is just market partner, we're making an annual average salary of $115 and a median annual salary of $19. To put things in perspective, me as a solo stylist purchasing inventory from the distributor that I use for my retail, I can make what they're making annually off of 5 shampoo and conditioner sales in profit, not counting like what I have to put back in to replenish my order, in just profit off of the sale. And just so you know, if you're not familiar with the income disclosure statements, these are required documentation for multi-level marketing companies to have. And the annual income that they share, that's just based off sales. That's not even based off of the fact that majority of distributors are the customers, and that doesn't count the expenses of them replenishing their own products, getting high on their own supply, if you will. It doesn't include their taxes. It doesn't include a lot of things. I mean, at $19 for the year, you don't even have to file taxes at that point. I don't know what that is. That's just like a very expensive hobby. I don't know. So let me play devil's advocate for a second. Let's just say I'm going to entertain the idea of like, this is a good thing. I mean, no overhead sounds nice. What other problems could there be? To play devil's advocate, you can join the company, operate as a market partner, and only do retail sales. You will get a 30% commission on retail sales or a 15% commission on VIP sales, which is when you sign up for like the auto ship pay unless they've changed it. By being just a market partner, you essentially can operate the business as essentially like a brand ambassador, like an affiliate link. You would send the link to your clients as a stylist. They can buy the product, and then, all's good. You get your commission split. Bing, bang, boom, we're done. You don't have to build a team. And as a market partner, you do get a discount on products that you purchase. So if you're going to use the Monat products in your salon, you at least get a discount on the product you would be purchasing for your back bar. So I can see the appeal. But then my question is, why not just do that with existing hair care brands that already exist in the space and were created either by stylists for stylists, or are just already well-known, reputable brands, and not part of a multi-level marketing company or a multi-level marketing framework? For example, brands like R&Co, Verb, and even Redken have a hairstylist affiliate program, which you can apply to be part of. And then depending on like the brand, you can get discounts on product purchases for yourself, for your salon, whatever. But you don't have to carry inventory, and there's no big buy-in like there would be to be a merchandiser for that brand. And then you get an affiliate link that you can send to your clients. They can order their own product. You don't have to keep any inventory, and then the brand will ship from their warehouses directly to your clients. They handle the distributing portion, and then all you have to do is make the sales, and then they give you a commission split at the end of whatever their payout cycle is. Also, a lot of distributors offer some form of either their own in-house affiliate program, or like my distributing warehouse that I get like my color from offer stylists a Salon Interactive account, which is essentially a affiliate link where you can curate a storefront, much like an Amazon storefront, but it's all the products and brands that your distributor carries, and then you can kind of curate it based on like what ones you like to use in the salon. For example, I'll use like Wet Brush, Olivia Garden, and the aftercare for my keratin treatments. Those are all linked in that storefront, so I don't have to carry them in-house. But if my clients want them to be replenished after their appointments, they can just click my link and order it, and it will be shipped right to their house in 2 days. Moral of the story, I don't see why you need to be part of a MLM company in order to do this type of affiliate program, retail sales with no overhead and no inventory. There's so many options out there, and like more and more by the day as brands are catching on to this model. So it just doesn't make sense to me on why you would align as a professional to this type of company, unless your intent was to somehow build a downline. I mean, I assume you could probably build a team with your stylist if you're in a bigger salon. That's kind of gross. So then you're also getting commission on your stylist sales on top of bonuses for recruiting them onto your team. So food for thought. Okay, so why is this really a big deal? What are you going on about? Why are you making a whole video about this? First, I love the beauty industry. I've been in this industry for over a decade. Since I was 16 years old, I have worked my booty cheeks off to make a name for myself in this industry. I'm an advocate for the effective changes that have been happening, but things like this are just completely unethical to me. I don't think it's ethical to align yourself with a company like this or a business model like this. I don't think it's fair to rope your clients into a system like this, because even as customers, there still will be urgency, alert emails, things like that, that's offering them to become market partners. So there's that pressure on them that's not cool, but also like to your team, it's not cool. Like there's so many layers to the issue, but I really do think that it's an ethical issue, as well as more often than not, MLMs end up crumbling. And what do you do when that product goes away? The company disappears, that stream of income disappears, your products disappear. What do you do then? This is a company with very little professional educational resources about the hair care, proper protocol for use, allergen warnings, how to tell if someone's going to have an allergic reaction to something. All of the trainings that are available to you are either team or company based, and are primarily focused around recruiting tactics rather than the actual products themselves. Pyramid scheme. Monat also has a history of legal issues, from a class action lawsuit due to hair loss, scalp sores, and severe damage to users' hair, and massive lawsuits from former executives due to fraudulent activity, breach of contract, and the use of low quality ingredients. Doesn't sound very clean to me. Let's not even talk about the massive internal data breach that had the entire back end of the business completely visible to everybody for God knows how long. And then when they finally caught on, they put it behind a firewall so that just anyone couldn't access it. If you want to see a video all about that, I have a video link below from Chelsea Suarez, IMCC Suarez here on YouTube. She has a whole playlist on her channel of Monat videos, probably hundreds of videos at this point, that are about Monat and the inner workings. And there's nobody who's more boots on the ground and knows better about Monat's inner workings and is single-handedly probably going to be responsible for taking down Monat than Chelsea. So I will have her video linked below. Definitely check that out when you're done with this one. Ongoing legal issues paired with an ever decreasing income disclosure statement also show that you're aligning yourself with a sinking ship. If this business was to go under or go fully direct to consumer, there's a good chance that the affiliate model or any potential to make money could just go away. So again, while I can see the appeal to having an affiliate structure and not having to have so much overhead, I have to once again ask, why not just pair yourself with a proper hair care brand? In my opinion, fear-mongering and greenwashing are at the core of this operation. All in all, I just get the ick when I see professional hairstylists peddling this mediocre, overpriced product under the guise of a better affiliate option. Given Monat's history of fraud, breaches, lawsuits, and a predatory business model that low-key keeps people trapped in an endless loop of spending the money that they're making on the products over and over again without actually profiting, I think it's a bad move for any professional. And I extend a word of caution to clients if your hairstylist makes an abrupt shift to these products. There are so many better options on the market, not at that insane of a price markup, and they aren't exploiting their sales reps in the process. Have you ever heard of MLMs before today? Are you familiar with Monat, or have you maybe used the products? Definitely share your experience with me in the comments, the good, the bad, the ugly. You're not going to hurt my feelings either way, and you're not going to sway my opinion either way, because I stand pretty firm on my sentiment towards Monat. But yeah, just something that I've noticed a lot more in the industry, and it's really been giving me pause to really reflect on what direction things are going in. And I'm not too nervous because, like I said, Monat's a sinking ship, and in the grand scheme of things, I don't see them making it out of the 2020s, if that makes any sense at all. I have a sneaking suspicion they will be shut down long before then. Also, a sidebar, the CEO did just get arrested for hitting a construction worker with his car. So yeah, that's interesting. Loser. I really don't support this business model. I really don't support this company. And yeah, I don't want to see any more stylists fall into the trap that is an MLM. But alas, here we are. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to click the subscribe button. You will see my face again on your screen. I post videos every Sunday here on this channel. Share some topics down below too that you'd like me to cover, whether you're another fellow stylist, if you are just, I don't want to say just a client, but if you're a client of stylists and you just have questions about industry things that you want me to give you a big picture, not getting too into baseball about it, I'd be happy to talk about it. I will see you next week. Thank you for joining me, and have a good day.